everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I thought I would talk about tips on saving money whilst travelling. So a lot of people will obviously travel and they will stay at a fancy hotel and they will eat out every night, and they will obviously go to restaurants and eat out and stuff like that, and they will get a taxi everywhere. Now me personally, that's not how I roll. Now I'm saying if you do want to roll like that, that's no problem, but that's not how to save money. So tips on how to save money: try and think like a local. That is one of my biggest tips on saving money. Where do the locals go to buy their food? Here in Thailand, the locals go to the markets. That is where the cheapest food is. The locals go to they certainly don't go to these westernized stores like Tops and Rimping. They're going to Macro, they're going to Tesco Lotus, they're going to Mung Mai Market. That's where they're buying their food from, their products. So try and think like a local. Where do you see the locals going to eat? Where do you see the locals going to buy food? Try and travel by bicycle as well if you can. If you go somewhere, bring your bicycle with you, because let's be honest, if you're just visiting one city or one town or one place, if it's around a 10 kilometer radius, there's no reason why you can't get everywhere by bicycle, and then that will just save you so much money. Just think about it. Even if you do go out every night to eat, just think every time you're going out, you're using a taxi and then you're using a taxi back. It's just money. Even if you are in a really cheap place like Thailand and you think, oh, it's only $5 to get the taxi, all that money adds up every single time. It's just like the compound effect. It's just like, oh, $5 here, that's cheap for a taxi. But then you might have had 50 trips in a taxi over your 2 or 3 week vacation. So maybe like $5 a time times 20 or times 50. Think of that kind of money. Now, if you're riding a bicycle, maybe the most maintenance you have to do is call in at the local bike shop and have a quick service or something, if you are doing a lot of mileage. So personally, I always travel by bicycle. If you're not comfortable bringing your own bicycle, you can always rent a bicycle. Now, even if you are paying $5 a day, let's be honest, you can get everywhere on that, and you're still going to save money on taxi. And another thing what people do whilst they are on holiday is they get fat because they eat junk food, they become lazy, things like that. So it's kind of a prevention measure as well, because not only are you cycling to the restaurant, you're burning calories, etc., and then on your way home you're burning more calories. So yeah, great way to stay active and save money and stay relatively fit and slim, right? I would say another thing as well is, if you are staying somewhere longer than maybe 2 or 3 weeks, think about buying a small cooker, or think about renting an apartment or a hotel that has a small kitchenette or something like that, so that you can cook your own some of your own meals. Now, whether that means buying a bag of rice and whatever, and then cooking that on the stove, or buying a small rice cooker and then cooking some rice or something like that. So this is what I would suggest. Try and cook your own meals, try and prepare your own meals, whether it means buying some bread and some jam and some peanut butter and making sandwiches for your lunch or something like that. That's going to save you money versus going out to a restaurant every time, okay? I would say another thing as well, is don't fall for the tourist traps. Now, often in a touristy area, you'll find prices a lot higher. So always try and go where the locals are going. It kind of boils back to point number one, is kind of think like a local, but try and shop where the locals are shopping essentially. Otherwise, you're going to fall in these tourist traps. Same with restaurants as well. It's better to eat at a small locally run restaurant where you see mainly locals than going down like some big strip, where you see a ton of tourists. Those kind of places, the prices are going to be inflated. Same with the apartments as well. Another tip I would say as well is, if you are going to get an apartment or a hotel when you're staying somewhere, is try and get an apartment slightly out of town. Now, it will mean a little bit more travel, but it will be cheaper in the long run. and like I said, if you have the bicycle, it's no problem. So try and get somewhere out of town, and also the surrounding areas, chances are the groceries, food, things like that will all be cheaper. So these are probably my 5 or 6 or whatever tips on how to save money whilst traveling. Yeah, that's really it. Just simple things, and they can save you a lot of money as well. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone.